Good morning, boys. It's your boy Juan back with another video. Here's how I made $1,083 trading the Nasdaq this morning on this short position right here that you guys see right now. I took about three trades, ended up coming in profit with this last trade. All right, boys, $1,083 across three XFAs, 361 per account. You do the math. Very reactive day, very objective day where I had to flow collectively with the group in the exchange and wait for the right opportunity, wait for the A plus setup that I was waiting for. Align the higher time frames with the lower time frames and fucking bank. Without further ado, let's get right into the charts. Coming into market open, I had an extremely bearish bias coming in. Okay, we actually did end up at 9:30 right at opening. We actually rallied up, right? We actually had tapped and respected a 4 hour bullish gap that I actually did not pay attention to. Right about here, we had a 4 hour bullish gap. I don't really pay attention to old PD arrays being formed. I kind of pay attention to new PD arrays being formed. This did happen on Sunday, this gap. So I should have taken it into consideration, right? When I first went in short, I went in short purely because the higher time frames were very, very bullish. Very, very bearish. And the first trade, I kind of wanted to target. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I was targeting on this. Oh yeah, I was targeting this unfulfilled 1 hour gap right here, right? Price was very, very bearish. At market open, we looked somewhere like this. So I was expecting this imbalance to get ran through, and I was expecting price to at least target this swing low as well as this unfulfilled gap. As you guys can tell, we ended up respecting this 4 hour gap right where I was intending to do that, right? We respected this hourly gap, so this PD array did not get hit, right? We just respected this 4 hour gap, waited, and just flushed up, right? Because of this 4 hour gap. So the first trade, I got stopped out with like five macros, I believe. Yeah, I'm on macros right now. I just want to build buffer, and then I'll go back to NQ, go back to minis, which is what I love to do. But for now, I'm doing macros. I just want to build a little more buffer, get to like the thousands to 2000s, and then we can, then we can fuck around. But as I said, I got stopped out on this first trade. I only went in with five macros. I wasn't down much. When I got stopped out, I said, okay, these are London highs right here, as well as this unfulfilled 1 hour bearish for value gap. So that looked like a good target. Again, I am reacting off this 4 hour that we respected. I am bearish on the day. I wanted to catch shorts on the day, but because I got stopped out immediately, I said, okay, I was down 500, and here I made about 300, and then I was only down 200. This was the second trade. It was pretty much a continuation to the upside, right? Right at this point of the trade, if we pay attention, we respected a 4 hour gap right about here, rejected from there, used it as support, had a 5 minute CISD, a crazy 5 minute CISD reversal over here. Here on this candle, we have a 5 minute retrace into a 5 minute gap. When I noticed we didn't continue flushing down, when I noticed we basically, I said, chances are we're going to sweep these high and tap into this gap before we actually dump lower. So I said, okay, this 1 hour unfulfilled gap looks like a good target. I already have a 5 minute CISD, a 1 minute CISD. Let me wait for that 5 minute retrace, which I had right about here. At this 5 minute retrace, I said, okay, I got the retrace, went into the 1 minute, and then I noticed this. Um, Basically, this 1 minute CISD after the 5 minute retrace entered here. I caught 32 points for a continuation for a one-on-one risk reward, pretty much. Well, arguably a 1 or 2. I was still down by the time of this trade, and yeah, I targeted this unfulfilled gap that I was telling you guys about. Okay, so if you pay attention to how I'm trading, it's very objective and very, very reactive, right? It's I target internal areas in price and pretty much go for continuations, right? Like here, I am still bearish on the day, but I noticed I got stopped out here. I noticed this massive rally to the upside. I said, okay, chances are we're going to tap into this hourly and then reverse. So if I can get a nice entry and I can get a 5 minute retrace and then a nice bullish engulfing candlestick to the upside after the 5 minute retrace, then I can go ahead and target that unfulfilled gap. And I did right about here. Okay. Waited for the 5 minute retrace, enter longs, caught 32 points. Made some money back right here in this continuation. Then we are already inside the 1 hour bearish gap. I know at this time in price, we are going to reject that motherfucker. All right, we're going to reject that motherfucker right about here, right? And and we did it. We did reject it. When we rejected and started displaying down, I knew we were inside a 1 hour gap. This was pretty much like a reversal, I guess you could call it type shit trade. But I had a lot of conviction because the higher time frame is bearish. And if you just look at the chart, you can pretty much see Okay, we distributed higher, manipulated higher, tapped into a 1 hour bullet bearish gap and a 4 hour bearish gap as well. Look, over here, we're pretty much still inside a 4 hour bearish gap. All of this is inside a 4 hour bearish PD array, right? We're still inside a bearish PD array. We just manipulated up. This setup towards these lows just seemed a fucking plus, right? So I had a lot of conviction in those shorts, guys. We are inside a 1 hour and we are inside a 4 hour bearish gap. I'm gonna delete all this so I don't confuse the fuck out of you guys. So when price started melting down, I literally went on at the first 1 minute CISD, right? We had a 1 minute retrace here. I said, bro, I know we're gonna just display to the downside. And I shorted right about here, right? I had a 40 point stop, but I went break even very, very quick, honestly. I was never on drawdown on this trade, thankfully, and I made all my money back from this L. I'm sorry. Made some money back on this second trade, and I 100% profited at this third trade. Okay, I don't like days like this, right? I ideally want to have a one and done. A day like this to me is fucking stressful. I hate them, right? Where I have to fucking take three trades, two trades. A good day for me, and I'm sure a lot of traders can read, when we have a fucking one and done, right? You come in here, you enter, you bank, no drawdown, right? That's what we all want, right? But not every day you'll get that. Okay, some days you're gonna have to be patient. Some days you're gonna have to have some precise entries. You gotta know what the fuck you're targeting. You can take bullshit trades like this. That was a bullshit trade. Honestly, should have waited for more confirmation. You don't really want to sell anything at this point in price. You got to wait for some sort of retracement. Got to wait for price to paint the picture better, right? But even if you're wrong on a trade, risk management will always say, right? In this trade, I was actually wrong, but because I didn't increase size, I didn't over risk, over leverage, I was able to make my money back later in the session, right? And that's something you can learn from this video, and that's something I can learn from this video, right? And yeah, I caught fucking 130 points on this drop right here and made all my money back and profited $1,000 across all three accounts. You can call this pretty much a reversal, but this to me is not really a reversal because the higher time frame is bearish. Now we're obviously chopping, but I would have loved for prices to sweep, from this reversal, sweep these data lows from 9 a.m. But I had to call it at a 15-minute, or I'm sorry, at a 5 minute bullish gap right here in case we respect this, continue higher, switch trend, and I'll fucking keep sweeping Asia highs here, for example. So I call it at this to keep it safe, trailed aggressively also somewhere here, trail somewhere aggressively here. Overall, caught over 100 points in this short position here. 129 points, 1 minute CISD, inside a 1 hour bearish gap, and inside a 4 hour bearish gap. Okay, those were the confluences for this trade. We are fucking bearish as hell in the higher time frame. I don't see much of anything bullish about this except for the morning, right? We did rally very bullish in the morning, and I was able to capitalize off that rally up continuation right here, 30 points. Literally the last leg of the move for a continuation, wait for a retracement, 5 minute retrace, tap into this gap, and then respected that gap to the T. And I was also able to capitalize on the move down, right? I don't typically trade like this where I catch every fucking move. It's just sometimes you fucking have to, right? You have to. And I'm not having fun doing this. I'm having fun when I enter once, I make money once, and it's like, you know what? Stress free. I was in this trade for a fucking while. Let me tell you, for a while. But you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you kind of go to war with these charts, and you come out victorious. Pretty much. That's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, boys. $1,000 for the day. I'll take that any day of the week. Yeah. So now I'm gonna journal this down. Go hit the gym. Take some pre-workout. Wake my brother up and go conquer the day. Honestly, good day. Nothing better than to wake up, click a few buttons, and you're up. You're already up $1,000 in the day. You tell me what the fuck beats that. Now I can do whatever the fuck I want one day. Actually, I'm actually quite busy. I'm still gonna have to do a lot of work. I run a business. I run an e-com store. You guys will see my brother. He's gonna join some of these videos, and we're going to do a whole fucking, not like a podcast, but he's a big entrepreneur. I have a twin brother. He maybe showed up in one video before, but I'm gonna have to do this for the rest of the day. I do run an e-com business. This is basically what I do full time. I love trading. I'm a full time day trader, but I am busy as fuck throughout the day, and I have shit to do. Okay, I'm gonna take care of a 6 figure store now. Right? But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And it's Q4, man. Let's have a blast. Let's print money. Let's print money online. Let's fucking create generational wealth. Let's retire our fucking bloodline here, right, fellas? That's what we're doing, right? Let's get funded on Take Profit, Top Step, Apex, My Funded Futures. Let's go on all to all firms and rinse, right? Start with Top Step one step at a time. But yeah, boys, $1,000 for the day. Great day. 3 trades. Ended up victorious on the last one. Due to good risk management. There's something you'll take from this video is good risk management. Good risk management. Sometimes you gotta go with macros, you know? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.